He wore chains, not of gold, but of steel. A small town tale where time won't heal. She wrote letters, sweet and brief, but her words stand out like a fading leaf. Double R goes hard on a broad. They say took her heart, swept her away. Was he wrong or was he right? He gave her new life in the dead of night. Ricky had swagger, a smooth talking flame, dice in his pocket, a death row chain. She wore a red dress, satin and lace. He spun around, put game in her face. Behind these bars, the world turns still, but freedom's price is a bitter pill. Yo. Double R goes hard on the road. They say took her heart, swept her away. Was he wrong or was he right? He gave her new life in the dead of night.
You're now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Let's talk about it, man. I be getting these phone calls all the time, and I also look in the comment section and see it as well. I done seen a lot of people make the same comment. I done got a phone call from a lot of people saying, Rock, man, YouTube watering down the streets, man. There's too many people on there, man, woofing all day. Too many people on there talking gangster talk all day, knowing they ain't gonna do nothing. They just using YouTube to make the city look like a bunch of fools, clowns, man. And it just be the internet, man. It don't be the streets. The actual streets, the streets gonna always be the streets. You can go to jail right now and do 15, 20 years, come back, you're gonna see the same thing in the streets. The only thing gonna change is the paint on the houses. That's it. Them little kids gonna grow up, and if you don't teach them right in the neighborhood, they gonna be fools just like the other fools that was there before they got there, man. But yeah, this is the conversation that I get all the time, man. The guys on YouTube is making y'all look weak, crazy, suspect. We're going to get to somebody, man, who was on the internet a couple of years ago. I'm going to start doing these Throwback Thursday clips, man. Hopefully everybody having a good morning out there. This is one of the guys who I used to look at on the internet, man. And I don't know what happened to this guy, but I seen him on here one day. And then the next time I seen him on the internet, it was a tragedy. We're going to go back and play some of this stuff, man. This is one of the guys who I like to look at. He was very entertaining. And yeah, sad, man. I don't know if the internet, put a target on you, attention on you. A lot of dudes get on here and they get the woofing and talking, not knowing that one day they will be outside in society, not in front of their camera, and they could get tricky out here, man. Don't let the internet fool you. Let's go check out some of this content. This is in War in Cali. Let's get to it.
Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail a story of Rolling 40 Crip, Esbone. Esbone will be born in 1977 and grew up in South Central LA. Esbone will move around several places in his early childhood and just so happened, first living in the Hoovers. A lot of his family will be Hoover gang members. Growing up in the 80s in LA, everyone was affiliated with gangs, and if someone wasn't, it was a rare thing among the youth not to be. Many people joined gangs for many different reasons. Things like the brotherhood it brought, influences in their community, the profit in the booming drug trade, just being a follower, and many people just facing pressure in their own neighborhood, among many other things. Growing up in the hood in the 80s, Esbone would be influenced to be in the streets. During that era, before many gang members joined established gangs, many formed or became a part of tagger gangs, and also different tagger cliques, with some faded away, and some later became established gangs. Esbone in his early teenage years became a part of a tagger gang called We Don't Care, also known as WDC. The WDCs would later gain beef with the Hoovers over a member killing a Hoover member over a drug dispute, and just being affiliated with WDC would get Esbone into a lot of different things. In 1992, LA had the LA riots for multiple different reasons, mainly being racial relations and racial discrimination, and the beating of Rodney King by the police, and the death of LaTasha Harlan. LA youth would tear up the city of LA in response, and many of the youth went looting, robbing, and causing a lot of damage to get their point across. And Esbone will be outside hustling during this time period, looting, robbing, and stealing for himself to make some money. In 1993, Esbone was still a teenager and be hanging out with a friend, and they would go to McDonald's in the 40s turf to get some food. They would be ambushed and shot in the drive-thru. Esbone would be shot in the hip, and he would survive.
Like probably for him, because I wasn't supposed to be in the car, you know what I'm saying? We just was all hanging out, and once they said they was going to McDonald's, I was like, man, I want to get something to eat. So when I got in the back seat, and we going through the drive-thru and shit, I'm just like, you know, you can see, I'm like, this nigga look familiar. Like, I know this fool. I even said it in the car. The homie gonna know when he see. I was like, bro, woo-doo-woo-woo. And I wasn't even tripping. And I just like started getting my fries. Then I just like look, like, whoa, like just like that, like double take. That motherfucker was creeping, like, yeah. Then I went like that, like with
trying
my
to block it, beginner's mistake.
Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that? I was all in the backseat. That motherfucker was like, bah! And that nigga bust on me. I didn't even know I was shot though.
And so it was supposed to be your homie?
Probably.
You think? You still don't know if this girl set you up or not?
No, I don't know. That time I got hit once.
Wow.
But I didn't even know I was hit.
Being in the streets would lead Esbone to a destructive life. He began kicked out of schools like Manual Arts, Washington, and several others for fights, weapons, and various other things, which led to him not graduating high school. He had dreams of playing football, but he would later go to jail at age 17, where he would do a little time for robbing several people on a bus. Going in and out of jail will be a continuous theme for Esbone's life. WDC would later disband, and many members would join gangs in close areas, like the Hoovers, the Rolling 30 Crips, the Rolling 60 Crips, and just like what Esbone did, join the Rolling 40 Crips.
3.
Okay.
That's when I moved to the hood, like 93, right there on King of Vermont. So I've been in the hood like since 93, like, you know, I'm a throwback.
So how'd you go from that WDC to being on 40s?
Actually, I had squabbled one of my older homies.
Really?
Yeah. That's kind of what made me get put on. I'm about to get put on right now because I was already pumped up because the homie had fired back and called him out and his little homie on my mama. He was over there like, mama, just because I got down with him. So, like, if you Big Adam, I'm getting down with Big Adam, and Lil Adam, you next. That's how that was.
Why would you say that you wanted to join the gang at that time, though?
I was already thugging. I was already gangbanging.
Okay.
I was from DC Crip. That's right there. That's the hood.
What was gangbanging to you at that time, though?
It was regular. Like, I didn't really look at it like that. Because I never really got put on WDC. It was like we just all ran in the hood and hung out. I never actually got courted on that. You know what I'm saying? But I got courted on 40s. You feel me? So it was just kind of like we young, graduating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, high school to college to the big leagues, I guess.
Esbone would grow up with several Rolling 30 Crips, but by the time he became official Rolling 40, the 30s and the 40s, who were once close allies, would later become rivals. This beef would lead to shootings on both sides, making it extra hard on Esbone, who lived in the 30s turf. With him having so much love for the 30s, he stayed out that beef. Both gangs would later squash their beef and become back allies. Esbone would do a lot of time in and out of jail during the 2000s, which he would do 10 different stints in jail and prison. His prison experience would teach him a lot and advance his mind and perspective on many things from life, and even things with his enemies like the Hoovers, who are one of the 40's main enemies. Having to be locked up with them and be around him, fighting side by side against other races, will make him see how things on the streets and prison were two different worlds, and see that it needs to be more peace and understanding between gangs.
In order for the gang culture to get right and come together, the neighborhoods and the Hoovers are going to have a sit down and have an understanding. That's the only way the blacks in LA going to be cool, period. We hold the keys to the black salvation in Los Angeles, California, South Central. The neighborhood Crips and the Hoovers. That's the worst enemy, and everybody in LA got family from Hoover and neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That's how big both of those gangs are, right? So that's gonna be the only thing that's gonna bring everything to a head. That's it. For real. We killing each other more than the police killing each other, man. So, I don't want to hear that.
That's why I like this content, man. Hey, hold up, man. Let me get over here one second.
They knew each other's parents, did crimes together.
That's why I like the content that he put out, man. He used to be on here giving up game. He used to be telling them youngsters, man, y'all better get up out them streets, man. Y'all better try to do something with yourself, man. This ain't it, man. Even though we all come from where we come from, we love where we come from. What I mean by this ain't it, man, out there doing crazy stuff that's going to put you in jail or get you smoked out there, man. Once you join the gang, that's what come with it anyway. But you still got avenues where you go get you some money, get low, get a job. You ain't always got to be in the streets, man.
Even fought side by side multiple times. They would get into an altercation over the guy speaking ill on Esbone, and Esbone calling him out to a fight, this leading to the guy shooting him multiple times.
All right, you said the second time you got shot was because you tried to fight the wrong person?
No, I tried to fight the right person.
Oh, okay. It just didn't go so well?
Right, because he was running down the streets, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Low-key speaking on me and shit, so I wanted to see what he was talking about, to find out where this fool was at. Mm-hmm. When I jumped out, I seen it. I'm like, man, we know mutual people. We're not from the same hood, you know what I'm saying? But we know mutual people. He wasn't really giving me what I want. He wasn't saying nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I need that.
Right.
Then I turned around, got in the street, and nigga had the hammer out, run right at that time, you feel me? But I'm running, and it's like I'm like on the treadmill. I feel like I'm not going nowhere. Like if I'm in quick and shit, it's like I'm in the air running. I ain't even hit the ground. It's like, that's how I feel. Like, the first one missed me. The second one hit me. Made me do a front flip.
Where did it hit you?
That's the one that's still inside me right now. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's still inside me right now. He ain't even getting cracking. He like trying to walk me down, like, like focus. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's still walking after you?
He walking. He trying to walk me down. You know what I'm saying? But I always say he didn't want to kill me because he didn't. Even though he cracked at me, but he didn't chase me. He could have chased and got up on me, but he shot me when I was on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because I had failed. I never stopped moving. Whether I was rolling, crawling, running, I never stopped moving since the incident. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I was rolling, scrambling.
After years of the streets and jail, by 2020,
now that's the part.
Took a different route and started networking. By 2020,
that's the part right there. They say water us down right there. That's the part. They say, man, why y'all get on these platforms and tell y'all hood business and tell stuff that happened to y'all? Like, this ain't the place for that. He don't know nothing. He's a non-affiliate. Why is we sitting here telling our street stories and our hood problems and issues with somebody that's not even from that lifestyle? Even though he was a good cat, that's the part that a lot of us get on here and do, and they say that's what make y'all look bad.
He appeared in his first videos of street TV, being interviewed, which got him a following, and many people interested in him and his story and who he was. He would go on and do more interviews with other people and platforms, gaining a presence on YouTube, making his own YouTube channel that currently has 11K subs, and his Instagram account having 13,000 followers. But with his social media presence, many people started going against Esbone, and he would gain many rivals, like 600. 600 initial beef with Esbone came when Esbone started associating with Cowboy, 600's rival. 600 would go after Cowboy and Esbone and try to call them both snitches.
Esbone for your hood.
Esbone. Which one?
Could be like you an internet, could be like,
cut up. YouTuber.
He
used to be one of our young robbers, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's up with that, man? I've been here.
Is he straight? It's funny you said that, man. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? He doing interviews and he taking on.
Yeah, man. Because this came from the Penta. And it's interesting case, man. But I'm gonna let you check it out.
All right.
And you tell me what you think.
Sure.
You know what I'm
I'm gonna dissect.
saying? You know, it's tricky. You know.
If he in the dark, he know where we at. He's from the dark, right?
I don't do the YouTube.
Hey, what we gonna do? I'm in your hood, on your block, your station, by myself. Pull up, your hood, I got the paperwork right here. We'll go paperwork together.
Yeah.
We're in the dark.
Ain't no way on God's green earth somebody on the internet that's filming telling me to pull up. I'm not pulling up. To nobody that records the video and tell me to pull up, for the simple fact I might pull up and smoke you. Don't put that fire on you. They definitely gonna know I did it because you told me to pull up. See, this is the internet, man. The internet is an entertaining place, but at the same time, a lot of stuff that we do on here is the reason why we are now getting clowned all over social media and on the actual streets.
All right. We in the deep. Let him see the deep. You know we here.
Christopher Love Boy, keeping it clean. He's a nobody. Nobody don't know him. He ain't went through the skull drag. He ain't went through the blender. He ain't been in them places. And he ain't been around. It's a that know how to do scams and get money. Period.
Boxer.
I mean, he's somebody that tried out in a lot of things and failed. He tried to play football. He failed. He was slow as a bitch.
You watched his footage?
I had to do my homework on my enemy. You feel me? Or my frenemy, whatever you want to call it.
You just become enemies, or you been knowing him for a minute?
I actually spoke highly of him.
Really?
I made a video. I spoke highly of him. That's what's crazy. I spoke highly of him because I was, like I said, I was telling the homies not to be on the internet, airing out however they felt about each other. Uh-huh. That was my whole stance. You know what I'm saying? But once I went and with Cowboy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get everything that come with it, so I ain't tripping.
Esbone would even gain a beef with Whack 100. After Whack 100 took 600 sides saying Esbone was a snitch, making him post his own paperwork.
Basically saying I told on somebody. That's basically what they say in the layman's term. So, me, myself, I ain't never seen nobody tell on somebody for a murder case and get out, you know, don't get no type of time, don't get nothing unless I'm a paid informant or something. I ain't never seen nobody get out for First 48. Nobody that helped the police. I never seen not one person get out. Not one person from First 48. I ain't never seen nobody get out from First 48. That's one. I went to court every day with this bin. I went to court every day, chained up, same chain, everything, shackled up, same chain. You know, county jail's 4-man chain. I'm going to court every day with this man. Every day. Ain't no way you could be chained up, going to court with somebody, and you supposed to be telling on them. That ain't happening. I don't care what people try to say, how they try to slice it, whatever. Ain't no way you gonna be chained up to the dude you supposed to be telling to going to trial. It ain't happening. That's 2. 3, gotta get out on hood. And clearly, he must have didn't feel like that because we didn't get out. And when you going through trial and all that, you already got all your paperwork. You got everything that's going on with the case already while you going to trial. So if he felt like I was telling on him, then I hope he would have got out with me right there because we was going to court together. We was chained up going to court.
These used to be conversations that was held in the backyard. in your neighborhood, go in the backyard, all the homies will meet up. Y'all had these conversations, and that's where this stuff used to take place. Now it take place on the internet. Knowing that it's internet police on here that watch the YouTube streets all day the same way they watched hip hop. They had hip hop police that monitor rap music. They do the same thing on the internet. And for some reason, the fame got people gone more than anything. It's not even the money, because you're not making a lot of money on here. Nobody is doing millions of views to the point to where you see any of these guys rolling around in a Rolls Royce off of YouTube money. So it's not the YouTube money, it's more the fame. More people want fame than anything. They will get on here, disrespect you, disrespect your mama, putting their life in danger. A lot of these guys have kids. They don't care about their kids, because if they cared about their kids, some of the stuff that they do on here, they wouldn't even do it. They kids gonna be the one that's gonna be looking at them in their casket when somebody catch them and lay them down. And then it's gonna be at their funeral, man. It's gonna be whispers in the dark. Yeah, y'all know all that stuff happened because they said them guys was on YouTube talking about, yeah, man. So the game has changed, man. All right, I'm not going to sit here and look at the guy's paperwork and all that stuff. We're not going to do all that. I don't even know why that's on here. But we going to take y'all to Esbone's final interview, the one that we was just looking at throughout them clips. And yeah, let's get into this. This is a throwback moment, man, but it's also an educational purpose for the guys that's on the internet, man.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today, one of my favorite LA-based YouTube personalities coming out in the game over the past couple months, my man Esbone is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling? Let's get right
I
now.
had him 22.
Esbone.
What do I owe for this invite?
I like this guy. He might have had a few spicy things to say about me, but
I don't think it was spicy.
nah. I mean, my standard for spicy is pretty high at this point.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be used to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You should
Culture
be used to
vulture,
it.
that don't do nothing. That's just
Yeah,
that's just
you know,
regular.
I'm trying to jump in your league. I got to be able to have thick skin because it's coming.
Well,
You know what I'm
that's-
saying? I didn't expect to be right here.
For real?
Yeah.
You're on a quick
I ain't a rapper.
trajectory to the top. Yeah, but you don't
Right.
got to rap these days. You just got to be an interesting personality.
I mean, I guess, I'm just really trying to bring something to the game as far as just being myself, being natural, and something that a lot of people that know me, they always encourage me to do.
Right.
Even coming up here, I talk to a lot of different people, and, majority of people say go on there and do your
You were a little worried. You thought it might be a setup.
Nah, I ain't worried about nothing. I got, I'm anybody that know me, I'm always ready to go.
I'm sure.
Yeah, at all times.
Definitely. No, but I mean, think about me coming in the game. I was
You was regular. I remember when you first started.
well, but I was relatively low on like street knowledge or like rap knowledge, but I had a lot of internet knowledge. Whereas you have somebody like you,
A lot of business knowledge.
but you have a lot of real world experience in the streets or whatnot. But meanwhile, a little bit slower to get fully adjusted to social media and everything. But now we're seeing where people are able to come into the game and really make a name for themselves using this platform.
Yeah, I didn't really plan for this. You feel me? Like I didn't really, I wasn't going for like trying to be in the spotlight and like that or whatever. Like I'm saying the same that I do on all my platforms. Facebook, Instagram or whatever. It's just, I guess YouTube is picking up or whatever. You feel me? And I'm just really being myself.
Right.
Like everything ain't about a check. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we want some money, but me, I can't speak for everybody. Everything is not about a check. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And it's like people, you can't buy respect, can't buy love. You can just buy material stuff.
Right.
Trees, alcohol, fake love.
It's a lot of truth.
They'll laugh at your jokes if they feel like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And me, myself, I just always operated different. I'm not nobody like that. I like to build kings. I don't want yes people around me.
Right.
Like if you're around me, I want you to call me out if I'm wrong.
That's
if you're wrong,
why I had no qualms about doing an interview with you.
Right.
Because actually, me seeing you have the balls to say something about me made me like, oh, that'll be an interesting conversation.
I mean, well, that was like.
That was light.
It could have been anybody.
Right.
You know, it was a black person, so that's why I'm gonna say something, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a black person that was the end of that comment, and it was somebody else from another race saying that's from LA, and me being from LA, and I'm just like, you know, you gotta think, like, you're in a different spectrum, you know, just like everybody is watching, like LA is so big, but it's so small, Adam.
Right.
With me being on here, you really LA'd out now. I promise you. And I'm broke as a mother. But my resume and my hours that I put in and who I am, depending on who you talk to, regardless, speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm not only getting good for my platform, this is gonna be good for you too.
Okay.
Facts. In real life. You know what I'm saying? As far as LA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 46, born and raised out here, ain't never been nowhere, barely been on a plane. You feel me? I'm finna actually get on the plane when I leave from here and go take care of something. It's gonna be my first time getting on the plane. But look,
really, where are you going and why?
I'm going to Vegas.
Doing what?
Just to go gamble and hang out and make some money, do what I do. You feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know,
good to hear.
I always be in and out, moving around, but you gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see me in these streets. You feel me? But anybody that know me, they know I ain't really got no malicious intent. But I understand that, like, people want money. Like we dudes just coming from a whole different type of spectrum of everything, Adam.
Uh-huh.
So when these dudes get action to better themselves or whatever, that's a good thing. But at the same time, it put a target on their back. You
Right.
feel me? Because where we come from, it's kind of hard to be successful and just really enjoy with your loved ones, your friends, your homies, or whatever, because somebody always scheming. Somebody always wants something.
Right.
You feel me? Because it's like, how is you doing it? Like when they see me right here, how, you know, I ain't no rapper, like I'm saying, I ain't no, but.
I got to be very careful how I cover this, and I'm going to cover this. I'm going to let them do what they do, and I'm going to do my reaction off of it. But yeah, man, this was his last interview. This was the last interview that this guy right here did. And this interview, the way that he's talking is like he knew it was his last interview. If you really pay attention to what he's saying and how he's talking, it's like he was saying this goodbye to everybody, whether he knew it or not. His spirit might have knew it. If you pay attention to what he's saying, it's like, man, it's kind of like this internet, man. You got to be careful when you get on here and what you say, man.
That's to them to figure out whatever God got in store for them in their life. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm on here doing what I'm doing. I call myself the equalizer because I basically try to make people see the error in their ways.
Uh-huh.
Stop worrying about always trying to slander somebody else. Maybe you should see the error in your ways. And then if you cool with that and you still like that, then we already know you're a lost soul.
Right.
You got to stay away from people like that because bad energy will jump on you.
So it feels like there's been a big conversation happening LA-wise, gang-wise, Crip-wise in particular about what should be said online versus what should not be said online.
Facts.
A lot of little mini conversations branching off from this, and I see you kind of being part of it too.
But those are real things because, see, you a regular person, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to be white. You could be you could be black and still be a regular person and not be from a tribe or a gang or whatever you want to call it.
It's kind of hard to pull off in LA, right?
I mean,
as a young
I
black dude?
wouldn't say it's kind of hard. You just got to be steadfast on whatever you stand up. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, see, that's what I'm saying. People don't realize that, you know, we call them non-affiliates. You got dudes that's non-affiliates, bro, and they'll chip you, they'll squabble you, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really be around them enough to know. So you got to go to jail to deal with some dudes that's not really from gangs. Then you be like, damn, okay. Because it's crazy. It's when you, as a black man, you see another black man, you be like, damn, he really ain't from a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Or he never really been to jail. That's kind of like crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be like that, but that's just what it is. You feel me? It's a melting pot. And as far as the different things, as far as gang culture, in real life, Adam, this is certain shit that's not supposed to be said and done on the internet, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you try to make certain plays to do stuff, it actually flips and it goes back on that person.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? See, dudes gonna do whatever, they gonna say whatever people want to hear, they gonna whatever, blow whatever, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when these lights click off and we walk out this door, we still gotta go walk them streets, and you still gotta make it home, you still gotta do what you gotta do.
And that's what a lot of these dudes don't understand. Once you cut this camera off and you take your ass in them streets and somebody spots you and they know you and they really with it, you on the internet playing like you with it, they really with it. Because we see bodies all the time. We go on the internet, you see rest in peace right now. Go on YouTube. Somebody done got chipped last night. Smoke. Playing out there in them streets thinking it's a game. You on here playing. A lot of y'all been doing it for a long time. Lucky. Blessed. God is somehow watching over you. But the moment you get caught slipping by the right person, you done been on here talking about they hood, they homies, and they go blood, they go cut. I was talking about they gonna put feet on you, whoop on you. You might get a stairway to heaven real quick, man. Y'all heard what he said, man. Some things is not for the internet, man. Whole city out here looking crazy.
I ain't walking around looking over my back on my mama, but it's some dudes they on borrowed time because you playing with the internet. It's not only 1 million people watching this, it's police and all that. You a man that's doing what you want to do. You don't want the police knocking at your door.
No.
With you?
No.
You having it your way. Doing all the shit you want to do. Got jumping through loops and hoops. You having it your way. You don't want the man to come with your program. So that's what I'm saying. But you don't have to run your business or something. This is your business. It's up to the people that come here, however they conduct themselves. If they want to say, yeah, I just, down the street, I just head off and all that, that's on them.
Right.
You feel me? It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've always said, you know, you gave people opportunity to grow their platform. You know what I'm saying? I made a video a couple of years ago, probably last year, and I was actually suggesting that before you and the prior employees parted, I was like, you know what would be smart? If they wrote a contract, did they little shit, grew their platform up, but then they moved, like branched off, like did they shit, then you brought new talent in, grew them up, like that. That's how you grow your. You don't want to keep the same nigga on here, you feel me, if the dry as sauce. You feel me?
In a way, that is kind of what happens, but then it turns out that when people leave, they usually go out in a blaze of glory. Like, it very rarely happens peacefully.
Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't like. I didn't like that, you feel me, once everything, whatever happened, you know, then people had a lot to say. You feel me? You know, I made a video about that. My thing is this. If you don't like me, tell me you don't like me while we hanging out,
right? While
we working together, or whatever, however you feel. Don't wait till you get mad and say X, Y, and Z.
I always find out that someone thinks I'm a culture vulture or a piece of shit once we stop being cool for totally unrelated reasons.
Well, you know, 3 people tell you the truth. Kids, somebody that's mad.
Well, everybody know that, and we're going to just keep it a buck, man. Everybody knows that no jumper need brothers to survive, man. Without brothers, that show will not survive. And for some reason, brothers don't understand that we could get our own platforms. This ain't nothing to hate on nobody. It is what it is, man. Some people might need that money. They got to feed their kids. A job is a job. It don't matter who you go work for at the end of the day. So we're not going to take that. When you go work at McDonald's, you're still working for somebody that ain't your color. You understand? But y'all the ones who got the talent. The talent is in y'all, man.
It's drunk. And I'm waiting on some liquor right now so I can get sauced up. Then I can get on your ass, because right now I'm thinking with good intelligence.
That's very true.
And I'm conducting myself like I got a house trainer, like my mama told me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, that's true. My kid told my girl earlier, she said, "You are old." I'm like, damn, that's brutal.
You was like 30-something?
32.
Man, you young as a bitch.
No, I'm 39. My girl's 32. My kid, who is 2, told my girl, "You are old." I was like, damn.
39, you still kind of low-key young.
39.
I'm 46, so you feel me?
30 felt crazy. 40 is about to feel crazy.
So what is you, an 80 baby?
83.
Okay, yeah, you right there on the cusp of everything.
R.I.P. Lil Sody.
You right there with everything, bro. On my mama. Rest in peace, Lil Sody. That was my boy, man. And
rest in peace, Sody, for sure. Yeah, man. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't do an interview, but if I was to do an interview with Adam, he would have to come to Compton Rick Rock TV. Yeah, you got to come to mine. I got to make the money off of it. That's the only way it can happen, man. I ain't taking nothing for nobody's show, but I ain't getting pimped no more. Y'all want some content with me, you got to come to my show.
And I had just was talking to some people over there about him and stuff. Like, you know, I know him real good. We gang banged against each other and in jail. And, you know, it just came full circle. Like, as far as, like, you know, y'all be calling and checking on me, seeing how I'm doing. And he from the other side of the tracks.
That's what I'm
you
thinking.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, recipe to my cousin. She just died yesterday. My cousin Tasha on Hood. You know what I'm saying? Recipe Tiny Solo from Metro. He got killed by the police. You know what I'm saying? Recipes Tiny Crip. Recipes Big Dog. Recipes Twin on Hood.
Rest in peace. Now, okay, Sodi, what was your relationship with him back in the day, though?
Well, shit, you already know. You know, those was enemies.
You guys had real issues back in the day? You knew him by name and had issues with him?
Of course.
Okay.
We was in jail together.
Oh, okay.
Of
So
course,
back
in
then.
prison together. I've been in prison 10 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. When you, whatever, lived a certain type of life, whatever you did, bro, you gonna know all type of dudes from all over, everywhere. You gonna know them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you is talking about you from somewhere and you know you ain't never been to jail. No, bro, no. You know, some niggas escape through the cracks, do whatever they do, whatever. But for the most part, no. What is you doing? See, a lot of people ain't really been through nothing. A lot of people ain't never really been shot. You know what I'm saying? Shot at. Just because people are from gangs and in these areas don't mean that they actually going through stuff. You feel me? When you seeing stuff, you're not going through, you just seeing it. You're not experiencing that. You're not watching somebody die right here, nigga, in front of you, nigga, bleed out and die on my mama. So that's what I'm saying. In my page, it's not about prison shit, bro. Because I feel like as much as you want to try to clean up your story, however you trying to articulate whatever's going on, you really putting light and glorifying that shit. You know, because there's a lot of people that minds is not short. So they don't know that this is just some internet and all that. You know what I'm saying? They might want to go in there and try to spread and all that. You niggas on here making spreads and all that old shit. That shit is bullshit.
There's all these YouTube videos
I just
about
got
how
off
to
the
make
phone
the
with my
spreads
homie.
now,
This
right?
nigga been in jail 24 years. He said, Bone, when you go in there, tell them niggas playing like they want to come up in here. They can have my spot, Bone. He like, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to touch, and only reason, because he said something. The shit that's going on with the shit with the shit behind the wall with the blacks and the Mexicans. I'm saying this on No Jumper, nigga. This coming from prison, nigga. You niggas on YouTube speaking on that shit, y'all out of pocket. I don't care what color y'all is, black, Mexican, whoever. You on YouTube talking about prison shit that's going on in prison, you foul. You niggas that done did stretches and got out of jail and you got YouTube channels, you niggas is foul, nigga. And nigga, that's coming from up the hill, nigga.
And when y'all do a crime and go up in there, they gonna get you.
Niggas know better than that. You niggas talking about that shit, these niggas trying to get out of that motherfucker.
Do you think that's making it worse, the YouTube videos about racial tensions in there?
Yeah, that's exactly what the homie said. Because what happens is, this dude said a story, this dude said a story, this dude said a story. By the time you get back to you, they done put some other shit on there, said this and did that. And that's what I mean by LA is big, but LA is small. LA is for real. You think niggas care about celebrities in Hollywood and whatever niggas think they can fly out and do whatever and go? You think you can hide up in the hills? It's a lot of people that know people with money and all that. You know what I'm saying? If people really want somebody, really, you out of here. Care who you is, man. Some of these dudes be out here, they moving funny, they playing. They on borrowed time, they know it. That's why they like this. They quiet as a bitch on that motherfucking social media metaverse.
So why does LA have that reputation for being the #1 place that a rich person from out of town is going to get their shit took?
No, it ain't got to be nobody just out of town. It's anybody.
Anybody.
Shit, I could be walking somewhere and somebody try me, but that's why I tell my young people, you got to have that aura. Like if a robber coming up, you think he going to be like, no, come rob with me. Nigga, you ain't finna rob me. Nigga, fuck I look like. Nigga, I'm going to rob you. You got to have that aura. Like you got to watch everything. You just got to watch everything, bro.
Right.
You cool until you get in the house. And if you're a certain type of person, you know, and you keep a lot of people around, you never know who scheming and shit.
Right. Definitely.
What's the use to having a lot of people that know where you live and a lot of people around you? For what? Nigga, you getting your own money doing what you doing, nigga. I ain't got no money. I'm broke as a motherfucker, but whatever's going on, I build my own shit. Like I always been. I ain't never ran to nobody for nothing. You feel me? People come to me. You feel me? Because whatever this is, this coming out, I don't know what this is, Adam. I just try to be authentic, and you know what I'm saying. Just be regular, bro. I don't know what this is. I'm not writing bulletin points down. I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying. I'm not looking for shit every time to make videos. I don't be on there really trying to talk about people on the social media, whoever got platforms as far as in a bad light. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if it's some racial shit, I try to always come in the middle and try to be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes it's going to be what it's going to be, but I'm not going to get on the internet and articulate those words and do certain things because I still.
Yeah, I heard what he said. It was this guy right here who made me switch up my stuff. I'm going to keep it a buck. We're going to cover it down the middle. I ain't taking nobody's side, down the middle. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. We're going to cover it down the middle. Just because I don't like you or they don't like you, I'm going to just ride your side more or not cover it down the middle. That's how you're supposed to do it, man. This dude right here, man, this dude was sharp, homie. I don't know about his personal life. I never met him. That ain't my business. That's his, whatever he got going on in his life, that was his bit. But as far as his internet presence, man, this dude was one of the ones, if he would have still been around today, he'd be big on his internet.
Still got to answer to people too. And that's the problem with these dudes. They acting like they don't got to answer, but they know they do. They see it. They feel it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm bigger than just a fucking YouTube page. Like, I've been in these streets. I don't give a damn about no damn social media. That shit just came out whenever it came out. I was in the pen when it came out.
Right.
Social media, Facebook, with all that shit.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Tell me a little bit about where you grew up and what your younger days were like.
Well, shit, I was born in L.A., South Central L.A., on 109th between Normandy and Vermont. That's where the majority of my family from and shit. That's like the Hoovers and shit. First generation.
First generation Hoovers, your parents.
First generation, you feel me? They still around. They still online, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Some of their kids is out there with me right now. Them is my peoples that's out there, you feel me? From all sides of the tracks, you feel me? Ready to go. You feel me? Because we know niggas out here playing games, and nigga, that's just what it is. But, you know, yeah, basically like every other black motherfucker, you feel me? Grew up in L.A., Mom's raised me not to actually be out here in the streets, you feel me? She was like a regular like lady, like I want to say church lady type or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Really strict, real strict right now. She coming here right now and you gonna just be able to tell like, nigga, that's somebody mama, like, you know, you gotta respect the women, the older ladies, exactly. But my mom moved me all over LA, you know what I'm saying? West LA. That's another reason why I know a lot of different areas and shit, because my mama never wanted me to gangbang. But I was already fucking up, going to jail before I was even from somewhere. And by the time I moved to the hood on King of Vermont, it was already ready. I was already ready to go.
But so you're saying that your parents were Hoovers, but was that ever a mystery to you, or was it always like kind of in your face?
That's in the house.
Okay.
That's in the house. My whole family, you know what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, they just always told me don't be from Hoover. You feel me?
And you took their advice in the long run.
I'm from the enemies. I'm from the other side.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because they always be like, how the hell you be from over there?
Right.
So
but how awkward is that, or how weird is that?
I don't know, man. It's still kind of crazy, like, you know, because if I be around them and they have like some of their homies and shit, you know, they probably like got the not the hood, but like the O's crossed out or certain shit.
Right.
You know, I got certain shit on me crossed out, so it'd be kind of crazy.
Right.
You know, just kind of you just try to keep. I'm the family, so you know we just gonna keep the respect level. You know what I'm saying?
But then people start getting drunk and start talking crazy, right?
Not around my family. You know what I'm saying? We you know, we fight.
Right.
My family fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a gang of boys, gang of girls, all that. We fight. You feel me? So.
Okay.
Yeah, hit that, man.
Let's hit this.
That's a real weed right there. Not that bullshit you be smoking on.
If I find out it's got Sherm in it, it's gonna be a very
Too late now. You didn't already hit it. Now I get what he's saying, man. He said he grew up in the Hoovers, man. It's like me. I grew up in Fruittown, man. All the way, you know, I came straight from the hospital to Fruittown. Stayed over there till I was like 3 years old. Moved to Acacia Block. Moved to my neighborhood, but my roots is over there. My daddy, my uncle, and all them, they Pirus. They be looking at me like, man, how is he a Crip and his daddy and all them Pirus? And this is how it go, man.
different type of podcast.
You're going to be all the way live off the Sherm. You're going to be able to pick the whole no jumper up with your hand.
But you're an older guy. You ever smoked Sherm back in the day?
Of course. Every day.
Every day back then.
Every day.
A lot of people still doing that?
People still doing that, and that's a shame. Hot as it is.
Just crackheads or like regular people too?
It's functional sherm just like it's functional alcoholics that work and do different shit or whatever. But the sherm, it's a different monster, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Say.
Depending on how the batch is.
I mean, I grew up listening to Wu-Tang, and that's what they always
Well,
say.
they
is
got
all
all that
those
from,
albums.
they got all that from L.A. trying to adapt to L.A. and all that. You know, we used to go to different places, and they'd be like, man, I ain't never really been out of California, only to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I ain't trying to get on no plane, nigga. I'm from L.A., nigga, straight up.
You're so L.A. that you're not really interested in going too far?
Nah, for what? Everything out here.
Not everything.
Name something that ain't in California that's somewhere else.
You go somewhere else, you get a feel for what that shit's like. Like, I've known many LA dudes that go to New York City for the first time, and they are just turned out. They cannot believe this place exists. And then that also allows them to appreciate where they're from, right?
But Vegas is my New York, and my Hawaii and all that, because I feel like,
wow. That's crazy, man. That's the mentality of a lot of cats out here, man. In the streets dying and they ain't never been nowhere, man.
no disrespect, I feel like a white boy out there. You know, I can put sandals on and I can be relaxed. That's how I feel when I go to Vegas and shit. You feel me? Because once you get out here in LA, it's like, shit, as soon as you cross the hill, nigga, it's like, damn, nigga, the Johnny's right there. Watch it, you know what I'm saying?
But in Vegas on the Strip, you're more likely to get in a fight with a frat boy, right?
I don't really fuck with the Strip in Vegas, though.
Oh, okay.
That's where the tourists and all that shit go. You feel me? I really go out there to gamble. I like to shoot dice.
Okay.
So I go out there. Anybody that know me, that's all I do is shoot dice when I go out there. I don't do nothing else. I ain't chasing no bitches, or either I'm making some money.
Right.
That's it. I ain't got time for all other shit. You feel me? That's what I do when I'm out there. That's kind of like my woosah. I like to shoot dice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Going back though, you graduated high school, or did you make it that far?
Nah, hell no. I had went to jail like up in 97. I mean, not 97, but 94, like May 1st, 1994. I remember the day because, shit, you know, it meant something back then as far as like some enemy type shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I had went to jail for robbing the bus. We was coming from the skating ring and shit. I robbed like 12 people on that motherfucker. We went down, like me and a couple of homies, we went down.
You just pulled out guns and just told everybody on the bus, give me what you got?
Nah, I was from the back of the bus, I just go sit down next to him and just be like this.
Real cat?
You know,
oh my God.
And I just kept like going on, like kept sitting next to people, you know, just all the way up. Even the person that's behind the bus, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the bus driver right here, all the motherfuckers.
All the way up to the front.
On my mama.
And then you just hop off.
And then as soon as we got off the bus on Vermont and like Pico, we hear the Johnnies. It's just like 2 in the morning. We come from the skating ring. I'm like, damn, so I'm splitting the money up with the homies because I had got all the money, obviously. So I had to split it up, you know what I'm saying? So they would catch me with all the money. But shit, them motherfuckers, they came and got me, and they was like the tall one with a ponytail and shit. They took me down, took me, like 2 homies. This was when they was chasing OJ. Yep.
At the same time.
I was up in East Lake, Juvenile Hall.
Wow.
Watching that shit on my mama. They was chasing OJ. That shit was crazy as fuck.
That's crazy because I remember sitting in my mom's bedroom watching that shit on the TV
that
too.
Shit was
so
crazy.
I know exactly what I was doing that day as well.
Right. Everybody know what they was doing when certain shit happened.
The white Bronco.
Yeah, we was in jail. I was like, damn, what the hell? This fool OJ done tripped out. Like, I'm like, this nigga ain't gonna get away. Everybody know who you is, fool.
Wow.
And he went to jail.
That's crazy.
But got out and then ended up going to jail for some bullshit.
Oh yeah, did 35
cards or some shit.
He got 35 years, but then only did a few years of it.
Went up in there squabbling shit like, this is my helmet, this is my shit.
Yeah, but he brought like a whole big crew of dudes
right,
to help him get the shit back. Isn't that wild?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's fun. But okay, that was your first time going to jail. How long was that for?
Well, that was I've been going to juvenile hall like way before that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was just, 17. They tried me as an adult. You feel me? I lost my fitness hearing, so they tried me as an adult. So I was actually going to the county jail from juvenile hall and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, I had went to jail like a couple of times as far as juvenile hall. But once I hit like 18, 19, all that old shit.
What do you think it was that was having you get in so much trouble at such a young age? Because it sounds like your
I was
family
always
life was all right.
I was always getting caught with hammers and shit.
But like, what was it? Do you think about the way you came up that made you want to act out, or do you think it was just
I don't even think I
survival
was acting
shit?
out. I wasn't acting out. Like, it's probably people that be in these areas that's acting out, but I wasn't acting out. I was just, you feel me, hanging out, doing my shit, being regular. Like, we didn't look at it like, you You feel me? Like it was something wrong or whatever. Like that shit was regular.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like, you know, that's what I'm saying. It was different. It wasn't like this shit different. Like, you know, like this nigga talking about that you had on here, nigga, that gay crip on. You know, that shit crazy.
The world has changed.
You know, you put the homies in the twist. Them niggas might be in the twist behind that, Adam.
In a
but
twist?
like I said, it's up to them to be a man and voice whatever they feel. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because we not tripping. Like, I'm not tripping. I don't care if this nigga like that. I know there ain't no such thing as being that and talking about you a crip or you blood. We know that. That's not even conversation. I don't need to have that. I don't even need to address that. But what I'm saying is,
basically what he's saying, you playing. You put him on there, you playing. A lot of this stuff y'all be setting, dude. A lot of these social media platforms, like we seen the streamer set Crip Mac up the other day, they be setting brothers up, man, to look crazy on here, man, for entertainment. They millionaires off of it. They getting the bag. And the brothers ain't really getting nothing but some crumbs, man.
the trajectory, like what they projected.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's not cool. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's not a no-no. Everybody that's probably not intelligent like me and you that's in the streets, you know, they might look at it a different type of way.
So you think people are looking at Crip Mac and Break Baby like, damn, why are you platforming that?
They definitely are, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that came together.
You can't be successful and somebody that's from quote-unquote a gang.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, because you're going to always have people hanging on your ankles. There's going to always be somebody that don't agree with something. There's going to always be, you know what I'm saying? That's basically my message that I put out there too, because you don't got to be no jumper or entertainer. You could just be working a good job, saving your money, dressing nice, got a car, taking care of your family, and the next person, they'll still be jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like, I hate to say it, man, but it's hard for a person with my color skin to be successful and really be able to enjoy his earnings, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I knew that they did an interview with a gay Crip. I didn't know he was going to be gay like that.
That dude gay he's sweet as CNH. He's sweet as CNH.
He was wildin'.
Sweet
as
as
soon
CNH.
as I heard his voice, I was like, holy shit, I did
Sweet
not
as
know it
CNH.
was going to be
Sweet
like
as
this.
He definitely ain't
All right, let's take it over here.
Hey, but you know what? We have to actually formally do a rest in peace. And I mean, I guess maybe you can speak on it. Esbone passed.
All right, so after that interview, man, old boy was unalived, man. So rest in peace to him. A lot of people, they feel, you know, like I said, I don't get too involved with they street politics, whatever they got going on. Ain't my business. Only business I got is this internet business was on here, man. Let's check this out, man. This after he was rest in peace.
Away. I interviewed him on Tuesday. I interviewed him Monday. He passed Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Now, when I went in to do the interview, which we've been dropping in clips, I think there's 2 clips out right now. I was actually thinking, like, right when I was going in to do the interview, I'm like, oh, damn, is Brick might have wanted to do this interview with me. Like, I should have mentioned it to him, or at least got his ideas of what I should have asked or whatever. And then you actually said to me the next day, you go, man, I don't fuck with him. Like, I'm glad I wasn't around when he came through or whatever. So what was that about?
Nah, it was about some YouTube shit. So this is before he died too.
Right.
So it you just bumping your gums and jumping into like different business that you don't even know nothing about. Like, you know what I mean? And then you go online but then when they start talking about paperwork and all that, I don't know if it was true or not. I'm like, oh, that's probably why he is on Cowboy side, because he like, yeah, I'm taking in all your enemies. But it was a time where I reached out to you before I knew anything about you like that. Like, oh, yeah, woo, woo. Like, I'm fucking with you. Da-da-da-da. So we talking, and he like, man, my phone off. I can't really go da-da-da-da. I'm like, man, call me when you get to T-Mobile. And he like, I'm like, just call me when you get up there. I got you. I'm gonna look out for you. An older homie, like, you know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, on shit like that. So for him to say something about me pressing Jason Love and all that, then he started getting online with somebody else talking about, and it was too much Brick Baby. I'm like, oh, he one of them now.
Because we were fucking around like after when I was doing my whole fake beefing with Jason Love thing, I said to him, I'm like, hey, can you do a little video where you just, or no, it wasn't even like do a video, but it was just on the podcast. You were like, hey, Jason Love, don't come to LA. We like, you know, because I thought that was a funny ass idea of like, just like
And
some
they
real
like,
Crips banning
working.
Jason Love from LA.
Yeah.
But then like, it was a fucking joke. But then we didn't even really end up talking about it that much on the podcast because we were going to hype it up like crazy and make it a whole thing. But then we like forgot because it's kind of hard to, I don't know.
It was so much going on that week. We did it, whatever the case was. But at the end of the day, I'm not telling y'all. He like, oh, Brick Baby can't save nobody out here. Well, like, man, you'll be amazed about what Brick Baby could do out here, nigga. I already like to toot my own horn, my boy.
You done got yourself and your ass locked up as well, getting on this internet doing the same shit. But anyway, man, y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comment section, man. It's Compton Rick Rock. We're going to get up out of here, man. They say the guys on the internet have ruined the image of LA, man. Southern California. We out of here, man. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. I got to go have me some sex. I'm gone.
You're now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.